morning, and welcome to wet, but it is drying, Winnipeg. Now, yesterday, it had to happen. Well, I knew it was coming eventually, and yesterday was the first day since the end of May I did not get out on the bikes. I could have done it in the morning, but I took a chance and thought, well, probably in the afternoon I'll be able to get out, but nope, it was not meant to be. But hey, winter's coming, and once winter comes, then for sure I'm not going out, so there's always a first day. And it's kind of an easy day for me to remember because yesterday my mother would have been 101. Yeah, it was her birthday yesterday, so you might say in honor of my mother, I did not go out on the bike. Oh, yeah. Anyway, today we're going to put some railings on. All being well, of course, and I don't see why we won't. I think we should just sort of get right into it here. There was something else I'd wanted to mention, and now it sort of slipped my mind. I don't know if it was... maybe I was going to mention that Jeff Donahue is doing an honorary build in the memory of Jim Stein, or is it Steen? I'm not sure if you pronounce it Steen or Stein. I've been saying Jim Stein or Jim Steen. I'm not sure. Now I can't remember how I've been saying it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Probably Peter from Off-Scale Modeling would know, because I think he actually knew Jim personally. But anyway, Jeff's doing this honorary build, and there's a few others that are kind of getting on the bandwagon, and I thought, yeah, I could order that kit and do that as well and sort of do it. But you know, I think Jeff's going to do a fantastic job, and we'll just that's just going to have to do. I'm sort of a one stash person. In fact, I'm a no stash person. I have no stash, so there's nothing in my stash. I'm not proud of that, and I'm not deliberately doing that. It's just the way I am. I get a model and I build it, and then when I get near the end of it, and if I think I want to go at this for another year or so, then I'll get another one. This is the fourth one, so and that's the way it's been going on 5 years now. So in all likelihood, when I get to the place where I'm thinking, hey, in a few days we're going to be done here, I'll either order something or go to the hobby store and pick something up. It'll probably be another large model, and right now I'm sort of leaning towards that Trumpeters 1/48 scale submarine, and I'm very serious about it. But on the other hand, a year ago I was very serious about the 1/200 scale Yamato, and we all know that has died. So, you know, they say life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. Well, these are my other plans that I'm making right now, so we'll see what happens when we get to that time. Let's get into this here. My plan is later on this afternoon, if it dries up, I'm going to get back out on the bike again, but that's another story. I talk too much about my own personal problems. Maybe it's to avoid having to do airbrushing. Well, we don't have to do any airbrushing today. We just do a little bit of gluing. Yeah. Oh, somebody asked me, what brand of CA glue do I use, or what do I recommend, or something like that. And I'm not really qualified to recommend. My CA glue that I've got, it works, but some of it's very old. Some of it goes back to when I was pen turning down in the basement, and it's the same stuff that I got from Lee Valley, and it's still working. It's okay. The label has fallen off of it. Okay, this I got from, I believe, from Lee Valley, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it? Or did I get this from William Woodwright, the pen turners? Anyway, it works. doesn't matter where I got it from. This stuff does work, and it's very old. This goes way back. So, and I haven't refrigerated it like I should have, I guess. Now this Bob Smith Industries stuff. It seems to be really good too. Now this is the extra thin, the quick setting, and it really is quick setting. So that's about all I can tell you about CA glue. I'm not the person to ask. I think I recommended that to that person who commented. I recommended they get a hold of either Jason Port from Model Kit Stuff, or Nigel Frampton, who is with Nigel's Modeling Bench. Most of you that are watching probably also watch these other guys. I mean, they're real modelers. I'm, as I say in my description, muddling through this or bumbling through this. You know, I'm just having a good time at it. So let's get into it and have a good time here. Okay, once again, I'm going to move from left to right. And the first thing we come to is these little pieces here, the C37s. Now these ladders, we're going to put them on right near the end of the build. Probably just before the turrets get dropped down into place. And likely after all the rigging is done too, because they're going to be so fragile that even the easy line would break them off. But anyway, the C37s are little tiny short ladders. And they are actually going to go, well, I'll insert a snapshot, you might say. Okay, they're supposed to go right here. Now, I think what these ladders do, now I don't have one of the turrets to drop down on here, but handy that is, and but I think the idea is that you were supposed to be able to, maybe I should recompose here. Just let me recompose here so we can just sort of get right in here a little closer. Okay, as I have so often said, life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. So I had not actually planned to do this, but I got curious. What is this going to look like? Just let me clean the flashing up on that and sort of halfway assemble one of these turrets here. Let's see, a little bit of flashing there, I think. Okay, let's try and get as close as we can, then I'll have less filing to do here. Yeah, that was pretty close. This is the way I like to do it. I like to sort of turn it and then nip. That one didn't go quite as good. A little bit of filing goes on there. There's no positioning pins. These ones here might be a little harder. Well, maybe not. I could come at it like this. Put my cutter at just a slight angle. Okay, I will put my magnification hood on and just do that just a little bit better here. At least that's the plan. Okay, let me push stop here and get this thing assembled. Okay, I think I basically got it here. Okay, see if these are going to fit together. You know, when I first opened up the bag that these parts were in, the sprue was in, I thought, oh, we're one turret short, and then I realized that It was the Bismarck and the Hood, I think, had four large turrets, and the Iowa class, that only has 3. But then on the other hand, it still has the same number of guns, because the Bismarck only has two large guns coming out, whereas the Iowa class has 3. So it still has the same amount of firepower. I guess if the more turrets you got, if one turret gets knocked out, you lose less guns, if you know, that sort of thing. Okay, this went together quite nice, as you saw. That's one thing Trumpeter does seem to do a real good job at, in getting large parts to go together well. I'm hoping that the submarine is going to be that way as well, because it has some really large parts that have to all fit together. Okay, let's recompose here. And oh, by the way, Chris, I'm still loving these files. I know they look exactly like my old ones, but they're not. They're a little bit finer toothed, you might say, and the teeth are really, really sharp. I didn't even use my sanding stick here. Yeah, I didn't even use my I just filed off the parts and then sort of smeared the plastic over with my fingernail. And that's the way I do it. I'm sure that other people get out their sanding sticks and do it properly, but I guess I'm lazy. Okay, let's recompose here. Okay, should I take this safety thing out of here? It's protecting this davit, which I believe has got something to do with those stairs that took us a year to build, those ladders. Okay, just maybe if I was to just move it over 1 notch here, that makes it worse, actually. Okay, let's just take it off and be really, really careful. All right. Now, clearly we're going to have to remove Gabe's masterpiece here. We'll put little Ronnie over here. Now, what I wanted to see was, where would those ladders actually go, and why? Okay, I can see now that the ladder would go up, and you would, where's something to point with here? Yeah, you go up the ladder and you crawl onto this little platform. It probably had something to do with getting to adjust the blast bags in case they got ruffled. I don't know. Or it could be that there's going to be ladders go up the front of this too. I'm not sure. We haven't got that far. Okay, so now I know where these ladders go. When I first saw the ladders had to go right here, I thought that what's going to happen is what I was thinking of is that the turret would overhang the ladder, and there was probably a hatch on the bottom that you'd go up into the turret. I mean, that's what I originally thought. Okay, let's see if we can get those stuck on. Should I use the macro lens? I don't know. It shows up all my mistakes so bad. That's a problem. Okay, this is not actually working out as planned. Hey, that ladder's going to be too tall. I think the top of it's going to catch on the bottom of the turret, or did it, or maybe not. Oh, that's right. The edge of the turret came right here, so that it's probably going to be all right if I'm careful. That is. Anyway, this is not working out as planned. In that I can't get in there. The lens is right in my road here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera on the other side, facing this way. Okay. Now, this is considerably better. I'm wondering, can I maybe put my safety hoop back to protect this and still get in there? Let's just give it a whirl here. Put it in that hole. Whoops. Get it in there. And put it in this hole. Okay, that sort of stays in place. Now that kind of helps. Actually, I can use that maybe as sort of like a steady rest. Yeah, that kind of actually works, sort of. Okay, now what I'm going to want to do is not what I just did. Okay, what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to end up scratching all the paint off this. I can't pick it up. Okay, where is the wax pencil? Okay, Tony's wax pencil. Here we go. That's better. Maybe I could use it to put it in place. Okay, what I was thinking of doing is maybe putting a little bit of Tamiya clear right there, and to act as glue again. Because if I use the flat clear, and also where exactly does this go? There are no markings on the front of this barbette here. So okay, or is the barbette the part that goes below the deck, and this part that protrudes above is called something else? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sort of thinking out loud here while I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. I'm just going to push stop here for a minute. Okay, I'm just going to kind of eyeball this now as to where I think it's supposed to go according to the manual. And I'm just going to put some flat clear on the edge there. This is Tamiya number 86 flat clear. And we're just going to put it on there. And now can I pick this up? Okay, I've got it. I'm going to come in from the other side and just set it in place right here, almost right on the edge, because if I eyeball the manual, that's what it sort of looks like. Now I'm going to use the other end of this Tony's wax pencil to push it into the glue. Okay, let's not mess with that. Let's let that dry, and then I can reinforce it later with some more. Now I'm going to do the other corner over here the same way. I'm noticing there are two more number 37s left here. I wonder where they're supposed to go. It's not in this step, so maybe when we turn the page and do the other side, could be that it's sort of the same thing only on the back, I don't know. Or maybe they're extras. Huh. It could be that they go on the Missouri. We'll soon know. We'll soon know. Now, moving from left to right here, we got these. Next thing we would come to would be a ladder, a D9. And as far as I know, these are all D9s. But I thought they were ready to go, but obviously they have to be folded here. So okay, where's Andy's bender? You know, I could almost use the folding pliers for these too, but then I can't show it with a macro lens, can I? Okay, now I can't tell. Do I have the folding lines up or down? When they're not painted, they're easier to tell. I'm just going to have to move in a little closer here. Okay, I'm going to try something here I've never done before. But you may have noticed sometimes when I'm doing something on Andy's bender, I'll turn the bender a little bit for a better angle, but then it might take it out of the field of view. And I was thinking if I was to put it on one of my rotating platforms here, like this one, I think this is going to work. Now this is the first time I've done this, so it may not. I want to get it so that the center of the breaker bar is right on the point of rotation, okay, which is on the crosshairs. I'm just going to sort of line it up here with this line, and I'm going to just sort of eyeball where the other one comes from. And this should be pretty good. And of course the idea of the tape is so that it doesn't move around on me. Okay, now let's move in a bit here. Yeah, that's going to work all right. Yeah. Okay, let's put the macro lens on. Okay, now that I've got my magnification hood on, it looks to me like the folding lines are on the other side. See if we can turn this over. Or did I have it right the first time? No. I'm pretty sure that it actually, on this, I don't think it'd make a huge amount of difference. Let's see if we can get this in here. I could probably do it better just with my finger, except I'm going to end up getting my blocking your vision a little bit here. Okay. No. Get the nose of the breaker bar just on the edge there, and I have this thing far enough out this way so that when I bend it up and the front of the breaker bar here comes up against the treads, it's not pulling the treads away from the stringer. Okay, now here's where it would be easy to break the treads off when you start going up like this. If you feel any kind of resistance going on, then stop. You're probably going to break it. Okay, let's try out our rotator now. Is this going to stay centered? Am I smart or what? I can't understand why I'm not rich. Okay, I take that back. I actually am rich. I've got really nice viewers. It's not quite straight. Let's pull it out a little bit right here. There. Now don't go too far, you're going to bend your railing. Okay, I can tweak that later. Yeah, that's going to be alright. I like this idea. I should have thought of that 5 years ago. We got him. Okay, I'm guessing about 10 minutes or so ago, when I was halfway through bending these things, my phone rings, and I look at the call display. And the call display says anonymous. I've never seen that on my call display before. It says anonymous. So I'm thinking, okay, I wonder who anonymous is. And lately I've been taking my calls because I never know. It could be something to do with, you know, my upcoming hospital appointment or something like that. So I answer it, and there's nobody on the other end of the line for the first few seconds, and that sort of tells you it's probably telemarketing. Anyway, then somebody comes on and very heavy Eastern accent says, "I'm calling from Windows. It's about your computer." I get a lot of those kind of calls. But this time I said, "Oh no, my computer again. What's wrong with it this time?" And there's this pause, and then the line goes dead. I don't know if I like this world. Well, I like it right here, and it's good right here. It'd be even gooder if it stopped raining. Mind you, the streets are dry now. I might get out this afternoon. Okay, let's go do some editing and see what we got. I still don't know. I haven't done any editing yet. Did I talk about the sunrise? I don't think I did. There was no sunrise, but it was interesting. I'll just quickly dub it in right now. Okay, I admit it. Maybe it wasn't that interesting. But the birds were nice. Yeah. Sad part of it is, though, when the birds start doing that sort of thing this time of year, you know what's coming. Yeah, they're getting ready to fly south. Okay. Now, it took me a lot longer to do the editing than I thought I was gonna. The reason for that is I took a lot more video this morning than I thought I was gonna, or had. So, yeah, I guess I had record pressed quite a bit. I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna try and get out, because when I was editing, I looked out my window and I thought I saw a patch of blue sky. I'm gonna take advantage of that and try and get out this afternoon. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.